A rookie running back is out for the season, but have the Steelers already found his replacement? Also, George Pickens says he's the best in the nation.
I'm the best in the nation.
Big Deke news. Yesterday, undrafted rookie running back Alfonso went down with a torn labrum and has been ruled out for the season. He tweeted out a message on X saying, "When you come out of a storm, you won't be the same person you walked in. Suffered a torn labrum in my shoulder. I promise the comeback will be amazing. The talent I have is amazing. God just wasn't ready for the world to see it yet. See y'all in 2024. Stay prayed up." This is a bummer because dude was apparently making some waves this offseason and was being tabbed as the Steelers' next Jaylen Warren because he was coming out of some small schools in college, also has a small frame to him, but unfortunately, I guess we're not going to be able to see him till next year. Was going to compete for some return man duties, also compete for that running back 3 spot. But you know what they say, another man's misfortune is another man's opportunity? I don't think anyone says that. I think the actual saying is one man's trash is another man's treasure, but the former makes more sense in this instance because with Alfonso being rolled out for the season, the Steelers have already signed his supposed replacement in a guy by the name of John Lovett. Lovett played for the XFL's Vipers last year and had 227 yards on the ground for 3 touchdowns at a 3.85 yards per carry. And then in receiving game, had 14 receptions for 269 yards and 2 touchdowns. In college, he did 4 years at Baylor and was a part of a running back by committee. Had some production, but then transferred to Penn State for his 5th year and really didn't do much. So I watched some of his highlights, and one thing to note for sure is if this dude actually does make the team, expect a bunch of corny announcer calls anytime this dude touches the ball because all I heard on the XFL tapes were if this dude made a good play, oh, there he is, love it for a touchdown. You gotta love it. So there's that. But also, I think his running style reminds me a little bit of James Conner. And it's weird because if you look at his stats from last year in the XFL, he was definitely prevalent in the receiving game, but he did none of that in college. So I don't really know where his game lies, but what's funny is that's kind of how James Conner was coming out of Pitt. No one expected him to take on a prominent receiving role in the league, but became the Arizona Cardinals' main receiving back. Caught a ton of touchdowns for him, made a Pro Bowl in his first season out in AZ. So not saying Lovett is going to be James Conner or anything like that, but that was the first comp that popped into my head whenever I watched his highlights. So for him, I don't really think he's going to have a niche with this team. I expect us to view him just more as an overall solid back if he can make the squad and maybe compete for some special teams reps and just compete for that RB3 spot like Alfonso was going to do. In other news, Steelers receiver George Pickens made some headlines yesterday by being quoted in a Ringer article by Kevin Clark saying he's the best receiver in the world. GP says, "The stuff I do, bro, I feel like I'm the best in the whole world. I'm big, I'm fast, low 4.4 speed, catch radius is crazy, so every time I get out on the field, I do kind of play angry because I should get the ball on every play if you just look at the size and the frame. If I was a coach, I'd just throw to him every time, but that's not how the NFL works. So every time I'm out there, that's why I throw the blocks. I love getting the ball, and when I'm not getting the ball, I play angry. So the attention is back on me. I basically draw attention to myself." The writer goes on to say, "I asked Pickens to clarify the best in the world comment. Did he mean that he's the best in the world at a particular set of skills, or that he's the best? He cuts me off. Receiver in the world. I'm not going to lie to you," Pickens says. "People don't realize," he says, "how much receivers are judged without the context of their circumstances. If you want a receiver, you create a player. It's, oh, I'm going to put his blocking 99, catching 99, speed 99. That's me. Anybody else, it's almost like 85s, but they got Aaron Rodgers as their quarterback. 90, but he's got the old Patriots offense. This shit is rigged, bro," he says with a big smile. Pickens is laughing, but he isn't joking. He loved his chemistry with Pickett last season, by the way, so do not take the above as a dig. But yeah, shit is rigged as far as what you'd use to build a receiver. I'm the ideal guy. Okay, I actually believe this Steeler receiver when he says he's the best, as opposed to another guy we had essentially saying the same thing last year.
I know I'm a top 5 receiver. Yeah, I know I'm a top 3 receiver. You know what I'm saying?
Keep going.
Listen, who could be against GP saying this? I love the confidence, and I don't think he's far off. I truly believe Pickens' ceiling, he can be the best receiver in the NFL if he could put it all together. No doubt he's going to need some good quarterback play, which I think he's going to get with KP8. I feel like that Pickett to Pickens connection is real. But if you actually read a little bit earlier in the article, Pat P compared GP to DeAndre Hopkins, which I could definitely see. I see where he's coming from there. But remember D-Hop in his prime? Like, there was a good year or two stretch. Legitimately, he was considered the best receiver or the second best receiver in the league between him and AB. But this article got me thinking on some other things, like money, like investments. And with GP's confidence being off the charts, and me also seeing some of these highlights out of Steelers training camp with the new passing game, I wanted to double check the receiving yards over-under for Pickens, and it was as low as I remembered it a couple weeks ago, at 775. So I put 50 on the over. You got to think, Pickens already had 802 last year in his rookie season. And if you would have told me maybe, like a week or two ago, Steelers running game is going to be pretty prominent. Maybe GP's not going to get as many opportunities for his sophomore year because we have the revamped O-line. Obviously, Najee Harris, Jalen Warren. Things could get fluky. But I'm telling you, after seeing this offense in training camp already, Pickett slinging the ball. Obviously, we have the Pickett to Pickens connection. I can't see him going under 775. He's talked about his goals being over 1,000, making Pro Bowls, Super Bowls, and everything. Yeah, I think he at least gets 1,000. So I feel like this is going to be a no-brainer. 50 on the Pickens over. Take it to the bank. That's a big Deke investment for you. That's it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts on Alfonzo Graham being rolled out for the season. Us signing John Lovett. You think he actually has a chance to make the team? And also, your thoughts on GP's comments about being the best receiver in the world. But stay chilling. Hope you enjoyed, and peace.